Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Friday, November 6th. And you can see in my neighborhood the leaves are down. Last night I was able to do some leaf blowing and some mulching, and we got the yard cleaned up. And a nice picture here as a fall afternoon unfolds. A very warm afternoon. In fact, the last 4 days we've had temperatures in the 70s. Here in Breckenridge we tied the record high of 71 degrees that was last set in 2008. So a very warm, balmy stretch of weather, 4 days in the 70s, is about to come to a screeching end. We've had morning temperatures in the 60s, but they'll fall through the 50s and maybe even into the upper 40s by the time late afternoon rolls around. And for the headlines, you can see gusty showers this morning, about a quarter to a half inch in most areas as that front comes through. You'll see a pretty good line of showers move through along with some strong gusty winds. And then behind it, I think we'll have drying conditions later this afternoon, although there could be an isolated shower due to instability here or there. But for the most part, it's going to dry out and will stay dry right on through Tuesday as it looks right now. And again, temperatures this weekend mainly in the upper 40s to low 50s will warm up towards 60 by Tuesday as some warmer and moist air return out ahead of a system. And we'll take a look at that in just a second. You can see this morning temperatures in the 50s now across the western areas, still in the 60s across southeast lower Michigan as that front is stretching right through this area. And again, you can see the precipitation amounts where the rain has fallen. 4 tenths at Newaygo, about 3 tenths here in Breckenridge, and a couple of tenths across Middleton, Henderson, and Lansing area. And again, over in the Ontario area, a couple locations there around 3 tenths of an inch. So the overall quarter to half inch amount looks pretty good to me. And if we look at the weather map this morning, you see strong low pressure around 978 millibars, or about 28.88 inches of mercury. So a very deep system with a strong cold front now coming through the eastern part of the state. And again, behind this, northwest winds, cooler conditions, and drier conditions will prevail as high pressure eventually moves in and keeps us high and dry through Tuesday. If we take a look at the weather map again for later today at 7 a.m., this front is through the eastern part of the state. And again, right behind that front, things should dry out fairly quickly. If we look at the next map, you can see that'll be moving well off to the east. Let's try the next picture here if I hadn't deleted it. Here's our next system we're looking at for next week around Thursday morning at 7 a.m. The GFS, the 06Z run, now has a fairly stronger system moving into the state. Its overnight run had the low pressure well down across the southern Ohio Valley. So this is more in line with what the European map, which we can't show, is also indicating. So it looks like a pretty good shot at rain as we get into Tuesday night into Wednesday night as this low pressure system moves through. So it may be slower. It looks like the best chance of rain probably is going to be in that Wednesday night, early Thursday morning if this map is correct. But again, over the next couple of weeks, looks like plenty of opportunities for precipitation, but warm conditions. But if we look down the road, I think around the 20th, around Thanksgiving, we expect the United States to become hyperactive as we see upper level ridging that's keeping this warm air in place is eventually going to lift off to the northwest, and we think underneath we're going to have significant troughing with a strong jet developing in the southern states. And I think we're going to see a very wild period coming up between Thanksgiving and Christmas. So we could definitely see significant rain or snow systems here over that 4-week period. And so we'll keep an eye on that. Thanks for stopping by and have a great Friday, a great weekend, and 73s to all.